such a way that as gravity works upon us, it goes through us healthily. Hi, so if you're interested in knowing what goes on in a workshop where I'm teaching about pelvic floor, thighs and core strength, this is the kind of thing that we do. We always start in a restorative pose to settle nervous system, body, mind, and we use the cross bolsters in this position, really allowing the organs of the abdomen, the weight to rest down into the pelvic bowl. And the focus here was on the breath and the breath meeting the pelvic floor. So having some sense that the inhalation has a downward pressure, the belly expands, and allowing us to sense into our pelvic bowl through the breath. Not everyone is able to have that sense, so there's other breath practices that we do as well that really help you to feel how the breath moves the body all the way down to the base of the spine. Then we did a whole lot of movements for the thighs and the hips to just feel into how the thighs connect into the pelvis, into the lower back. Movements that give you that sense of connection, and we do it in a felt way. Right, here's an interesting one that we can do. So often people sit with crossed legs, knees dropped, back curled back, chest slumped. This is a common kind of a posture. And we focus on posture because our core strength is really our postural strength. Really, if we've got thighs that can draw back and support deep into the spine, the base of the spine, the sacrum, have a nice natural lumbar curve, natural curves of the spine, we can do quite interesting things like from here, cross legs, instead of being dead and heavy and a downward sinking pose, downward and backward, it becomes a very interesting and fun playful pose where you can actually stand up from here all the way up. Why not? So thighs that really work and gather to hold the pelvis, hold the spine. It gives us such a lightness up through the spine and crown of the head, and when that spine feels it's got space and openness and lightness, we know we've got connection to core strength. And so out the window goes all those other core strength exercises you'll find on Google, which is all about crunching and closing off this area and working hard. In fact, what we do when we're looking at pelvic floor core strength is sense. Really feel the body, wind things back, and we go back into more like an animal kind of body, one that's sensing its terrain and its environment. The lizard crawl that we do, hips move, we'll give you a quick look at that one. Feet that really sense what they're standing on and what they feel. That's really important. So we do lots of things to get sense back into ourselves. And if we're busy doing squats and crunches and all the gym type movements, which I think is a bit old school, we lose our sense of sensing, feeling, noticing. I just noticed, I can see myself talking to you. My hand was here and I was kind of using my hand like a prop, like a stick that's holding up my spine. Second that you use these props, you rest on a table, you sit on a chair and rest, we lose our core strength. So now I can hold myself up and the hand's still there, but it's not a stick that I rest into. So this is the kind of things we talk about. Okay, let's have a look at the lizard movement. Lying down, we've got hips, we've got shoulders. Often we start in a rested posture to feel into the spine. Then we start to feel how the feet are connecting to the floor, and that can connect to the hips, creating a movement. And then you just sort of start this twist of the hips as you push and crawl your way through. Spine moves, head moves, body moves in this lovely crawling fashion. Yes, lots of fun. I think, well, it's fine to do lizard crawls on the floor at yoga class, but I'm on my chair all day. What can I actually do for that? We had a stick of some sort, and we place that stick quite forward, just behind the pubic bone, but in front of the sit bones. And so we can really feel very clearly a rami bone that goes from the pubic bone in front to sit bones at the back. Feeling very clearly that part of the pelvis, and actually allowing it to have some weight. So it's almost like we need to swim down through the belly, down into the front of the pelvis. So what this is going to do is going to help us avoid the opposite, which is, so this is quite a good way of sitting, the weight going down in the rami, but often the first thing we do when we sit down is we tuck our tail and plonk down onto the back of the sit bones, and then have pressure also on our sacrum. So this may look relaxed. In fact, it's causing a whole lot of inattention. So maybe for the neck, shoulders, for the lungs. And we take those sit bones back, find the rami, find the weight. Really have a nice broad diamond shape of the pelvic floor that faces the floor and not facing up to the sky. Head feels light, heart open. This is what you might do in a core strength pelvic floor yoga workshop with me. Thank you so much. Have fun doing your lizards.